Welcome to today's show. I'm your host, Mike Slinkard. This week, we'll be staying close to the HECS offices here in my home state of Eastern Oregon. You know, we're fortunate enough to have several huntable species here, and we try to take advantage of as many as we can every year. In today's show, we'll be concentrating on mule deer. My dad, Bob, and I both have late season tags in our pockets, and my daughter, Caitlin's along on the camera. Also, my good friend Ted Netter's along on this hunt, and he has plenty of action of his own as well. As always, you're going to see it all just like it happened right here on Hunting with HECS.
Hunting is about getting close. Really close. Get closer than you ever thought was possible.
When you have a cameraman and you sitting out in a dirt field like this, you can get away with so much with this HECS on.
You know, I was a skeptic. I'm not a skeptic anymore.
What an animal.
We showcase the science of getting close right here on Hunting with HECS.
The area we're hunting consists of big, open, irrigated fields where the deer feed, and next to them are some sage and juniper-covered hills where they like to bed. Early in the morning, the bucks are oftentimes still in the field, so it's a perfect time to test the HECS on some wide open stalks. Here I spot a good buck near some does. Even though he's the bigger of the two, he's being harassed by a smaller, more aggressive buck, so he's hanging out on the edge of the herd. It's a perfect scenario to see just how close I can get in the wide open. Well, my strategy is kind of HECS specific. I want to move straight at the deer and use my HECS technology to block my electrical field. Hopefully this will confuse the buck long enough for me to get within bow range. It's worked well in the past, so I was eager to give it a try here. These are big fields and there's a long stretch of open ground between me and the buck. The smaller buck's off to the side a bit more, and he sees me moving, but as you can plainly see, with my electrical field blocked by HECS technology, he doesn't perceive me as a living being or an imminent threat, and he goes about his business of watching his does. I make it right into 60 yards before the bigger buck even takes notice. I had just walked across several hundred yards of open field with no cover whatsoever and made it almost inside archery range before he even saw that I was there. Even then, he simply walks away and doesn't show the typical behavior that you'd expect from a deer that just saw a large predator moving on them only 60 yards away. This is the HECS effect that we talk about over and over, and we see it again a short time later when my dad spotted a good buck trailing a doe on a fence line. This time, it was Dad's turn behind the bow. Again, taking advantage of the HECS effect, Dad simply moves straight towards the buck. You can see there's no cover at all here. Dad's in the wide open, yet neither the buck nor the does pay any attention to him at all. At 30 yards, Dad is close enough. Taking advantage once again of HECS technology, Dad simply moves straight towards the buck. You can see there's no cover at all here. Dad is in the wide open, yet neither the buck nor the does pay any attention to him at all. We've learned that with these deer, you know, you can get away with a lot, and just because you don't think you have any cover doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Well, I guess not, because I didn't get done.
At the last time, you know, so yeah, we had a couple of juniper trees right to begin with, but you know, to get in range, you had no choice, and you know, he pushed that doe to you, which helped.
Yeah.
But you still got, you were right in the open, moving out there, you wasn't even looking at it.
Yeah, just before I shot, I had to slide down a little because that wire was right where I was needing to shoot.
Yeah. Nice, nice.
HECS is excited to offer our first dedicated outerwear system. Our new premium quality outerwear pant, coupled with a HECS hooded shirt with integrated face cover, is the ultimate HECS system for any hunting situation. You can find this system on our website as a pre-built system, or you can customize this system even further using our new Build Your Own System option. The hooded shirt comes with an integrated face mask, a convenient front pocket, thumb holes, and is the perfect HECS outerwear piece for these cooler days in the field. It comes in both HECS-style camo patterns as well as a two-tone version. Brand new to the HECS lineup is our outerwear pants. These will be the most comfortable hunting pants you will ever wear. And of course, they have the HECS patented technology woven right in. They feature a super comfortable, action-cut, quiet fabric, ample pocket space, and a zippered leg pocket for your HECS accessories or your cell phone. This is a high-quality pant that replaces the need for an additional HECS layer in order to get the full HECS advantage. They come in both HECS Style Anywhere and HECS Style Green Camo, as well as an olive brown. This is quickly becoming our best-selling system. You can check it out on our website along with other great HECS products and accessories. Don't delay. We expect these systems to sell out fast.
Welcome back to Hunting with HECS. We're hunting mule deer this week, and the crew has had some amazing close-up encounters so far, with Bob Slinkard taking a nice buck in the process. Now, let's get back to the hunt.
Well, after an incredible stalk by my dad, we were more determined than ever to push past the limits of conventional hunting and show you how HECS can help you get closer than you ever thought possible. To that end, I once again head out across a wide open hayfield to show what's possible when you block your living electrical field with patented HECS technology. This time there are a lot more deer in the field, and that's a whole lot of animals to try to fool. But you know, we've seen HECS technology work time and again, so even under these tough conditions, I decided to push on forward. Once again, there's no cover at all here, and I'm about as wide open as you can get. But still, I'm able to keep closing the distance, and the deer don't pay any attention. Even when the deer would see me, they quickly dismissed me as no significant threat and went back to doing whatever they were doing. Certainly the fact that the buck was chasing does was a help, but without HECS technology it wouldn't have mattered. There's no way we could have closed this close without them all spooking. I'm inside 60 yards now, and some of the deer are starting to watch me a bit closer, but they still stay calm and don't move away. The buck is oblivious to my presence, so I keep pushing until finally, at 36 yards, he spots some does coming into the field from the other direction, and he moves to intercept them. Just think about that for just a minute. Those deer had just crossed off of public land into the field, and I walked across a wide open hayfield for hundreds of yards and walked right up to within 36 yards of a decent buck who had no idea that I was any danger. You know, normally a stalk like that would have scattered deer to the four winds, but even after it was all over, I still had deer standing around clueless to what had just happened. Again, that is the HECS effect in action. Well, I know it's crazy as that seemed. We've actually killed deer that way. Dad killed one a little earlier that way, same thing, but that was wide open. And you know, with HECS, that's one of the things, you can't always walk right up on them like that, but had I wanted to shoot that deer, he was 36 yards at one point, 40 and 50 for pretty much the whole time, and finally he just got tired of the does and took off. The does are still standing there, so pretty crazy stuff what you can do. I mean, can't be more open than that.
If you're looking for a HECS system, come visit our new website, where you have the option to build your own system from any of the HECS clothing to match your particular hunting style. Or choose from one of our convenient pre-built systems specifically designed to cover you in HECS technology in every season. Our most popular HECS system is our base layer. The base layer is a lightweight semi-thermal material designed to be worn under your regular hunting clothing or over the top. It comes in the original olive green, as well as our new HECS Style Anywhere and HECS Style Green digital camo patterns to match any terrain. The material features a highly electrically conductive carbon grid woven into the polyester base cloth. The grid blocks your body's electrical field. The suit is designed to be worn under your regular camo or over the top as an outer layer. The technology is effective either way. All complete HECS systems include 3 pieces. These essential pieces include a HECS pant, HECS top, and HECS head cover. You may use any combination of appropriate HECS products to achieve the goal of covering as much of your body as possible with HECS technology. The shirt is a quarter zip Henley with rugged serge stitching, embroidered HECS logo, and thumb holes. The form-fitting pants have rugged serge stitching throughout, and the heavy elastic waistband and cuff ensure they stay in place. They also feature a convenient fly. The head cover has a hemmed eye hole, adjustable drawstring in the back, and is very easy to use. Additional accessories are sold separately and include the HECS hat, our versatile multi-rag that can be worn in a variety of ways, camo gloves made of a lightweight, stretchy material in matching camo, and a heavyweight over-the-calf sock. And of course, all of the accessories have the HECS grid woven right in. Order right now and use the promo code to save on your order of a complete HECS suit. Visit our website to learn more about our full line of clothing and accessories, as well as our fit guarantee for worry-free ordering.
When we come back, Mike quits playing with the box and decides to get serious. Welcome back to Hunting with HECS. The crew is all over the mule deer this week, and so far host Mike Slinkard has been playing with the box just to see how close he can get. In the meantime, his dad Bob Slinkard was a bit more determined and already has a good buck on the ground. It's time for Mike to get serious.
On this hunt, I'm stalking mule deer along some irrigated crop fields. I located a group of does feeding nearby and figured that some bucks might show up towards the evening. So my plan was to slip along quietly along the edge of the field and try to spot a buck coming my way. Soon I spotted a good buck that was trailing a doe, and they were headed right towards my little group in the field. They're going around the edge of this right here. There's a big pond right here. We're going to try to go around underneath it. The field they want to go to is down here, so let's go and get underneath the pond. My strategy was to move along the fence line and try to get in front of the traveling pair. It worked just like I planned, and soon I was within bow range. Well, sometimes in bow hunting things happen and my arrow passes harmlessly to the left of the buck. Luckily, we had the advantage of the HECS effect, and instead of hightailing it out of there like you'd expect, he just takes a few bounds and stops, even looking the other way. He never knew I was there, even after the miss and all the movement of the reload. Well, the buck was hit hard, but he still had enough energy to run through the middle of the does in the field and scattered them back in our direction. My camera guy and I were standing in the wide open, and we had the does go by on both sides of us, only feet away. Even though they were super close, none ever had any idea we were there. With our HECS in use, they simply saw us as an inanimate object sticking out of the field and nothing to worry about. You saw the doe came right to us, and he followed, and first shot I missed, shot in front of him, and lo and behold, instead of running away, he got closer. I didn't miss the second shot. So anyway, he jumped the fence, went over there. All the deer in that field cleared the fence, and the cool part is they all came right back and about run over us. Felt like I was in Jurassic Park, the deer running on all sides within feet of us, and none of them had an idea we were anywhere around. Another HECS moment on film. That's how we do it, right out in the wide open.
It's time once again for this week's HECS Close-Up.
This week's HECS Close-Up is brought to us by Jim Walker of Burns, Oregon. You may remember the coyote footage that Jim sent in last year with the close encounters he was having since he's been using HECS technology. Well, Jim is still hunting coyotes with his HECS suit, and his close-up action continues as well. Jim usually takes his trained coyote recovery dogs with him when he's calling to ensure that he recovers all the hides that he can. In this encounter, just at the last second, the coyote noticed the dogs moving behind Jim. Even then, it didn't streak away like usual, but simply veered to the side to try to figure out what was going on. It's the HECS Advantage on full display once again. Thanks again to Jim Walker for bringing us this week's HECS Close-Up.
If you're looking for a HECS system, come visit our new website, where you have the option to build your own system from any of the HECS clothing to match your particular hunting style. Or choose from one of our convenient pre-built systems specifically designed to cover you in HECS technology in every season. The original HECS suit is very lightweight, breathable, and versatile enough to be used in almost any hunting situation. The HECS systems consist of 3 pieces. These essential pieces include a HECS pant, HECS top, and HECS head cover. You may use any combination of appropriate HECS products to achieve the goal of covering as much of your body as possible with HECS technology. All HECS hunting products are now available in our new HECS Style Anywhere and HECS Style Green digital camo patterns to match any terrain. The material features a highly electrically conductive carbon grid woven into the polyester base cloth. The grid blocks your body's electrical field. The suit is designed to be worn under your regular camo or over the top as an outer layer. The technology is effective either way. The original pants are cut similar to sweatpants, with an elastic waistband, elastic cuffs on the bottom, side pockets, and a convenient fly. The pullover shirt features thumb holes, serge stitching, and an embroidered logo. The head cover has a hemmed eye hole, adjustable drawstring in the back, and is very easy to use. Additional accessories are sold separately and include the HECS hat, our versatile multi-rag that can be worn in a variety of ways, camo gloves made of a lightweight, stretchy material in matching camo, and a heavyweight over-the-calf sock. And of course, all of the accessories have the HECS grid woven right in. Order right now and use the promo code to save on your order of a complete HECS suit. Visit our website to learn more about our full line of clothing and accessories, as well as our fit guarantee for worry-free ordering.
So far, the guys have had a lot of fun putting the HECS technology to the test on Oregon mulies. And we aren't done yet. Now, let's get back to the hunt.
My buddy Ted Netter also had a tag for this area, and he was enjoying some action of his own.
Well, Ted noticed this big 3x3 buck chasing some does nearby and decided to put a stalk on him. It's super windy and super tough conditions, but Ted makes the most of his HECS technology and soon gets within bow range of this big deer. Well, this was an incredible mule deer buck taken under some of the hardest conditions a bow hunter could ever face. Ted was up to the challenge and he put the smack down on a great trophy mule deer.
Well, we found him. He actually really didn't go that far, maybe 125 yards. I thought I'd hit him a little bit back, but man, just smacked him good. What a tremendous stalk. We were with those deer within 100 yards for an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. Slid in, this buck came around a piece of brush out there. It was about 60 yards. I had to come to full draw. I had to let down. The does didn't even twinkle an ear. About a minute later, he came back out, came to full draw. Just absolutely smacked.
We have a new sponsor called HECS. You know, the HECS product line has some amazing new features that are completely rewriting the book on affordable night hunting optics. We're able to offer the HECS product line directly to our customers through our sister company, Nix Hunting. Through the nixhunting.com website, we can offer you the best prices available with free shipping, as well as some special incentives that no one else can offer. So log on to nixhunting.com, that's NYX hunting.com, and learn more about this amazing technology. This week, we were able to bring you some great HECS moments. From stalks in the wide open field to my dad scoring on a great buck at only 30 yards. By wearing HECS technology, we got away with things most people wouldn't even attempt. If you haven't yet experienced the proven HECS advantage for yourself, you're missing out on some great close-up animal encounters. The good news is that there's still plenty of time this season to get your HECS system on the way, or get one as a gift for that hunter in the family. Give us a call or go online right now and get a HECS system on the way. There's also a lot of good footage on our webpage, as well as on the HECS Stealth Screen YouTube page, so check those out as well. In the meantime, we'll keep pushing the limits and bringing it to you each week, right here on Hunting with HECS.
If you have an amazing HECS encounter you'd like to share, give us a call or go online. If we use it on the air, you'll be in the running to win an exciting hunting trip with a HECS crew. You can find out more on our website. While you're online, make sure to take a minute and check us out on our social media sites as well.